Multiplying radicals is very much like multiplying fractions. With multiplying fractions, you have possibly, for example, 1 over 3 times by 1 over 2. You'd multiply the top and you'd multiply the bottom, so you would end up with 1 over 6. With multiplying radicals, what you're going to be doing is multiplying the radicands and the coefficients, if they're available anyway. For example A, you can assume that the coefficients are just 1 to help you out. So you got 1 root 5 times by 1 root 2. You'd multiply the coefficients together, that will just give you 1, and then you multiply the radicands together, which will give you 10. 1 root 10, or just simply root 10. Let's try it with B. We have root 6 times by root 6. We don't have any coefficients other than 1, so you can really just, if you want to, deal with the radicands themselves. We have root 6 times by root 6. You're going to end up with root 36. Now, just like anything else, you always have to reduce. In this case, 36 is a perfect square, so that can actually be reduced down to 6. So if you number times by itself and they're both radicals, that's essentially the same as just taking off the root sign, and you're just left with 6 as a result. C, we do have some coefficients. So you have 2 root 5 times by 4 root 6. Again, what we can do is multiply our coefficients and then multiply your radicands. So 2 times 4 is going to be 8. 5 times 6 is going to be 30. Always check to see if you can reduce them afterwards. 30, can't really reduce that, so you can leave this alone. This will be your final answer. For D, you have negative 5 root 3 times by 3 root 3. Work with your coefficients. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. And then multiply your radicands together. So you have root 3 times by root 3, which is basically root 9. Now 9 is a perfect square, so this is going to be negative 15 times 3, which is equal to negative 45. For E, you have a mixed radical in brackets with a square on the outside. This square is going to affect both the coefficient and the radicand. So 4 squared is going to be 16, and root 5 squared, well, this square is going to remove that root sign. So that's just going to be 5. So 16 times 5 is equal to 80. For F, you have negative 7 root 3 in brackets times by negative 7 root 7. Multiply your coefficients together, you got negative 7 times by negative 7. That's going to be a positive 49. And then, of course, with your radicands, you have root 3 times by root 7. That's going to be root 21. And this cannot be reduced.